Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of the Realm Recap. I'm Jason from Yakface.com, joined once again by Fly Guy from FlyGuy.net.
Good evening. Good evening. Good
Hel-
evening.
Hello, sir. Um, this week is
It's been the
it's
hunt.
loaded with a ton of stuff. But the best news of the week is that I don't have to go to Walgreens anymore. I was getting real tired of turning up empty-handed, and now I'm not. So I don't know if people saw that post I did the other day on Facebook. Um, I
I
just
did.
walked into the mother load of stock at my local store. So that was a
And this is
great
the
sight.
pitch. Yeah, and what a sight to behold. I mean, that's awesome.
And that wasn't everything either. Because I couldn't get any more to balance on that shelf. There are a few additional pieces available. There's some shelves up above.
Oh, so I thought that was literally. I thought, what a weird way they've stacked these on the.
No, I stacked those up for. I was so giddy to see all of them. I just needed to capture the moment. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
Fantastic.
So I picked up a couple, and I was able to complete my um, the regular figure collection, not the exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think earlier that morning I was able to find the Vader um, and Chewbacca, and then I was able, obviously at this next store, I was able to find the ones I needed and then some. So I picked up
Excellent.
a few for some friends, and one I will be
What a generous man.
giving away through the site. I haven't figured it out quite exactly how I'm going to do it yet. I think it's going to be something tied to obviously the show and um, Twitter or something like that. I'm kind of done with the the Facebook contest and everything. It's you know, Twitter
No,
seems
good for you. This guy is so in demand. So I mean, that's a very
yeah.
generous thing to do. So
So yeah, this will be open to
very nice.
anyone in the worldwide. I'm not going to limit it to the U.S. So the people that have issues getting some of these exclusives overseas will have an equal opportunity to score one. So
That's very nice, very generous as well of you to do so.
so
Yeah, it's a problem. We still don't know how this figure is going to ever be released, if at all, in UK, Europe, Australia, which kind of sucks. So that's very
yeah,
nice of you to do that. So
I'm happy to help out those that are still searching. I sweated kind of hard there for a little while that I didn't know I was going to find one, and I knew I eventually would, and I was able to also pre-order um, through the Walgreens site as well. So it's not like I wasn't going to be able to get one. I wanted to be able to see one in the wild, and I was able to. So
that's very cool, and a very nice graphic you made too. We're just sharing there on screen. Very nicely done. So
thank you, sir.
very nicely
So
done.
yeah, so I'll make an official announcement on the Yakface.com website here, probably either tomorrow or Monday. Monday probably for sure. So
Cool.
anyway, and just to kind of wrap up the Walgreens stuff, hopefully, I think a lot of stores have been starting to get this stock now. So
Hmm.
it's I've seen just dozens of pictures of similar photographs like we just shared of just several of the Fets and other figures. So
See, I've not been seeing any of these at all.
it seems to be
Which
everywhere, but like I mean, I guess it's all relative, but I haven't seen a lot of reports coming from like the northeast corner of the U.S. I mean, I think
Mhm, mhm.
they're still trying to find them up in that area, but yeah, from coast to coast, pretty much, I've seen reports.
It's just again, I think we briefly talked about this last week, but some very kind Walgreens staff had shared with me a list of all the stores that would have or will be getting them, and it was like a third stores. So I don't know. It's certainly spotty because not everyone's getting them, but you really did hit the mother load. The
Yeah.
fact you can get the entire lot. So some very jealous people, but a nice offer to get one. So yeah, good.
Let's see. So then
What a
moving
find.
past Walgreens, Rebels product. More and more sightings have been found of the Rebels vehicles. This includes the ATDP, the Sith Inquisitors TIE Fighter, and what's the other one? Um,
This looks beautiful.
blanking.
The picture, I take it was you or
Yeah, this is Justin. He was able. I haven't found
Justin.
these yet, but there's the Phantom also. That's part of this three vehicle assortment.
I think we've got that there. No, is that it? My bad. Yep, there you go.
So, yeah.
The Phantom, very nice. That looks very. I almost double took there. I almost thought it was Darth Vader's TIE Fighter until I saw the curve there. But wow, just fits right in. And compact wings, compact and bijou. Very nice.
Yeah,
and
I think Justin was able to find even more of these just either today or yesterday. So
yeah,
they're showing up at ToysRUs for sure.
I'm going to sit on the fence about these ones. I'm just still not convinced. I think maybe once the show really bites me. But what about you? Are you all in, or are you
Yeah,
selective again? Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that the ATDP walker.
Yes, I do definitely as well. Yeah, that is nice.
I mean, it's huge.
It is huge.
I mean, Justin took some great pictures there. First,
He did, yeah.
obviously first sense of scale. So
It's looking very nice indeed. Reminds me of the mini rig up at the top there. Just when you see that
yeah,
design, that
it
shot,
does.
just screams mini rigs. But nicely done photographs. Very good job, Justin. Nice.
Let's see what else. A couple days ago, Hasbro, through the official Star Wars website, released a video of the speeder bike development video. I think a lot of people saw that, where it just kind of goes into how they went about it and their thought process and whatnot. But I think I put it later in the show notes. I think down number 7 there. I was scouring the video, viewing it full screen and full HD, and I was looking to see if I could see maybe
me too.
a vehicle or a figure hiding in the background somewhere. Didn't see anything, but I did see the desktop of one of the designers, and there was a mysteriously labeled Episode 7 product. Very generic in name, but
sure. Well, they kept having AT-ATs everywhere in the background in every single shot, and showing lots of the Falcon that we're showing right now. And I just thought, when he says the speeder bike is the first of our vehicles to come, I just thought, really, could you go that big? I mean, it would be absolutely massive. So I can't see that, but. Yeah, there's more vehicles coming. That's a given, and I think the smaller ones, obviously, land speeders, maybe ATSTs. We talked about this before. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much a given. Maybe even a snow speeder, as someone suggested today, and I thought, well, it possibly could be, but you got your hands in this Biker Scout a while ago. I don't know yet whether you've obviously maybe get toy gauge photos up and.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's I just get my hands really to play with it this week for a chance, and they really have done a good job. And the video shows that the way they've done some of this design, it's a pretty flawless figure overall. So yeah, I'm very impressed with it, and I think they've done a good job. Nice to see this little video. Nice to see behind the scenes and whatever else they're up to. So
yeah, it shows that there's obviously a passion that goes into making them, and we complain a lot about whether it's distribution or the the 5 POA figures or it kind of runs the gamut, but they're obviously very into what they're doing and have a lot of respect for the trying to capture the proper details and making sure that it's an authentic looking piece. So
there was one just a tiny little bit, the screen. I'll just see if I can just share this on screen just now. Just playing around with the Biker Scout itself, the speeder bike on the stand. This is the first time I've actually seen kind of confirmation in the video there that you can indeed, by Hasbro's designs, allow that you can use every single ball that's on the end of the stand to basically use it, which it doesn't show in the box, and I've never seen it photographed anywhere else. So it was nice to actually see that on screen. That they've that's what they intended it to do. So anyway, small
Yeah.
point, but
And speaking of speeder bikes, the Imperial Shadow Squadron set that's going to be coming to Target here in the U.S. Um, Samples have started to hit eBay. I think Viper Kingdom is the one that's got those up for auction. Um, Not available as a complete set yet. You could buy the speeder bike with the Biker Scout, both the Shadow version, as a set, and then you can buy the Shadow Stormtrooper Commander, or whatever he's called, on its own.
It's
I'm not
pretty
gonna go that route.
pricey.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah,
a little high
no.
for my taste, but
Yeah, especially when these are going to be hitting Target stores pretty thickly, I would imagine, the fact that it's an exclusive. So
and I think pretty soon too. I think
yeah, definitely.
within the next couple weeks, I think we'll start seeing those roll in.
Yep. Well, very happy. I'll be picking that up. Looks good.
Let's see what other new product. Last show we talked about the Jedi Reveal set. This was the set that includes the Kanan, the Ezra, and the holographic Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think a day or so after we had our show posted, there was I think a couple eBay auctions had popped up for it. ToysRUs Canada put it back online for pre-order, and started showing up in stores. I was able to snap a picture earlier this week, and I posted that.
Price tag.
Price tag, yeah, for $19.99. To me, I mean, it's obviously it's an exclusive, ToysRUs exclusive, so there's a little bit of a price gouge that kind of comes with some of those exclusives sometimes, because there are two essentially 5 POA figures in there, and then Obi-Wan, which is confirmed to be a ball jointed head. So it only has one POA, so
Jeez.
at least it has that. But that seems a little high for two and a quarter figures.
Well, this is Toys R Us, who
True.
are known for add $5 to everything. So.
Right. And another interesting bit about that set is I was in my local store trying to get some info on it regarding as to when my store would be getting it, and the guy took me to one of those terminals and was looking it up, and it had shown that a few days ago the original price of the set was intended to be $17.99. And they did an update. I think it was updated on the 1st. I think that's what the computer screen said, where they adjusted the price up to the what we now see as the $19.99. So I think it was originally supposed to be cheaper.
Well, I mean, this is Canadian dollars.
Well, this was in my local store.
Oh, I see.
I saw this.
Confused. Okay. Okay.
And there were he gave me a number. I think it was 744. Was it cases on order to the distribution center? I'm not sure how many come to a case, but
yeah, well, saying their estimated ship date's 17th of October, so again, not long to wait for that either. So
right, and it's already been found here in the U.S. on shelf.
Wow.
I think
Okay.
Arizona was where I saw it at first.
Wow, that's it's about to come thick and fast.
Yeah.
It's yeah, lots and lots of product.
Let's see what else. Toys R Us. Speaking of those guys, my local store did their reset. Where they had a dedicated Star Wars / Marvel section. They had that whole section up for a week, and they tore it all down and put it kind of like how it was, but it's only a Star Wars aisle.
Sure.
It's like Star Wars product on both sides, the full length of the aisle. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that particular store, because not all of the stores are like that in my area. But yeah.
Well, it seems every store I'm going to these days, the Black Series is there has to be some kind of a split assortment thing going on. It's just they're not. They can't be getting full cases because
Yeah.
like you're saying, I'm turning up sometimes early on, first thing, and you get to know these stores, you get to know the products, and yeah, they're just few and far between. They really are. But it's weird to reset and then reset once again. So
Hmm.
who knows?
Let's see, more good Toys R Us stuff. The Endor set that we've all been walking
Has
right past
reduced.
has reduced in price from the $100 down to essentially $80, which is still probably $20 too high for me before I'll
That
buy it.
didn't that didn't take too long. I mean, that's
Mm-mm. And I think that's online only because I think in stores will
so
match
it's
that
still
price,
it is. Ah, okay.
but I haven't seen any markdowns posted in store, so people might be buying that without knowing that is
It's
actually
cheaper
for
online.
sale.
Wow.
So
That's yeah. I saw that this evening at 99.99. So
yeah, so be sure to check, or if you're interested, try to get a price match.
this is why they should watch the Realm recap. This is exactly what this is for. Anyway,
If for any other reason than to
save 20
save
bucks.
yourself money. Uh, let's see, we just talked about the episode 7 mystery
You did.
product. There was that screenshot there.
Sure.
Um,
How
just
did you get in so close, Jason? How did you do this? Oh my
I
god.
had it full screen on my iMac here, and I had the resolution cranked up to whatever the 1480 or
Phenomenal.
whatever it is. I can't remember what it was, and was able to take a quick snapshot of that.
Hero Battlers. Fantastic. Nice.
Let's see. Some announcements or news that just happened today, I believe. People might recall those vehicle 2-packs that Toys R Us had a couple years back. I think it was October of 2012.
20. Oh, okay.
Those started showing up again. Same old product and packaged the same way. Have shown up at a
Mm-hmm.
store called Ollie's, which I think is like an
Mm-hmm.
East Coast retailer. I've
Mm-hmm.
never heard of it before. Um, but
Yeah,
I
we've got
also got
them.
confirmation tonight that Kmart is receiving these as well.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So
Yeah, it's somebody had left a comment on Jedi Temple Archives about Hasbro's, stock, but this a friend here confirmed that. I mean, these were all selling at Toys R Us at one point.
hmm
So it's very likely that they didn't sell well at Toys R Us, who now has then sold them on to
right.
Ollie's. So it's not likely to come from Hasbro because people were saying, "My God, Hasbro's warehouse must be full of these." And unlikely, they offload these things. They don't want to hold on to them. So someone bought them. Now someone's selling them on. So
Yep.
that's a good vehicle, particularly the Snowspeeder. That's a cracking vehicle.
Yeah, and
Um,
Kmart's price on this is less than the Ollie's price. I think Ollie's has these at 20 for the 2-pack. Kmart has them for 14.99
that's
for that. So
insane.
750 for two, decent vehicles. These include both Clone Wars and original trilogy. Like the Snowspeeder and the Cloud Car, stuff like that.
The guys in the UK pay about £30 for one ship, and in
Mm,
Australia about $50 for one ship. So, wow, that's got to sting. But they're great vehicles. They're good
yeah,
vehicles.
I'm gonna go out tomorrow and see if I could try to find some. I'd like maybe a couple more snow speeders to go with the deck and the wedge that have just come out. I mean, even though it's essentially Luke's snow speeder that's in these boxes, it's still nice to have some extras. I mean, for 750, come on.
That is fantastic. Again, even if you want to send one to your overseas colleagues, absolutely,
Mm.
that's a bargain. And there's there's the Kmart receipt there. Well done. That's good. Hmm.
Let's see. I didn't get this in the show notes quick. It just essentially happened was that we talked about on last show those that unreleased set of carded droid factory figures that got pushed, and some of those figures wound up being in the first wave of the Black Series. That lot sold on eBay for $7,100.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
started at 500. And the last time I looked at it, it was like I think the last time we talked about it in the show was in that $1,400 range, and it just ramped up like in the last day or so.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I've got a tweet out there to Steve Sansweet to see see if he was the one that picked this up for $7,100. I can't imagine.
Who else it would be?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
That is nuts. Now it looks like we've got a little bit of a broken link on the next item in the show notes. So we've got a bit of a photo 4 there.
That was pulled down. Is that the Lego thing you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's been
Bummer.
pulled.
So since we're now moving on to that, we're kind of wrapping up the Hasbro stuff. Lego, well, they didn't release this, I'm sure, is why that link is broken, but some images had shown up online of the 2015 sets. A lot of those images, they had the what was it? The preliminary
kind of mock-up stuff. Yeah.
Right. So a lot of original Trilogy and Clone Wars sets in there, as well as Rebels was in there as well. There's the
anything kind of new that we haven't already kind of talked about, shared, or
not offhand. There's some new microfighters in there.
Yeah, we saw it.
Sure someone has scabbed that.
Yeah, I was going to say
the images, reposted them somewhere, but
good.
Pretty interesting. I think a lot of cool sets. The Inquisitor TIE Fighter looked pretty cool, and
excellent.
And then posted by our friends at Star Wars Action News, Jonathan was at his local Costco, and he was able to find some collector packs of the microfighters that are out now. I think these come 3 to a set for $23, which is a pretty decent discount considering they're $10 on their own. So
that's very nicely done. So I mean, that's just an outer package. Then the 3 are put inside, I guess. That's the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be. But yeah, that's very sweet. Wow, nice price. Very slick.
I wish I would have waited.
Yeah, I know it makes it that way, doesn't it? But then that's nearly been the best part of a year. So
yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, that's a good price.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh no, we're going back to Walgreens. Walgreens has the 20-inch exclusive Darth Maul figure produced by Jakks Pacific. Those have been turning up in stores.
Yep. Saw it this evening. It's actually very impressive. It's quite nice.
I saw it as well. It's pretty decent for, considering what it is.
Just a giant
soap bottle with a little bit of articulation, but yeah, those had shown up.
Very good.
A little bit of Disney news. Our friend Kevin, he attended a special event in Florida that revealed a bunch of new of the vinylmation figures coming late this year, early next. There's another series.
Wow.
Coming out of the vinylmation Junior, which are small little kind of dinky keyring type size figures. They're about 1.5 inches tall. There's a what they're calling a trooper set. There are 12 different various troopers, from clones and stormtrooper repaints.
Sure.
There's a holiday special Boba Fett, a regular size vinylmation figure. I thought you might like that.
Nice.
Well, you might not, I guess, since you don't like these. Let's see what else. There's a Yoda.
Holographic Yoda as well.
Yep. There's a Spirit Yoda, I think, and then a regular Dagobah Yoda coming out in January. And then there's a Luke. 2 versions are available for that. There's a farm boy Luke with his poncho and goggles.
I love the ears that have the twin suns on them.
Right. And then there's a chase for that, and that's the blast shield helmet training remote
Yep.
version.
Yep.
And then there's another series coming in May of 2015, Series 5, which is a New Hope based set. This will be like a 12-figure assortment again, and there'll be some chasers and rare.
It looks like a
Vinylmation.
TIE pilot there, which I'd imagined you'd have already had before, but I guess not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that I recall off the top of my head. I haven't. I don't have all of these committed to memory yet.
And then the Rebels Inquisitor. I thought you were. Did you not kind of start to go full on onto this line, or have you just dipped your toe in a few?
I just dipped into some of the exclusives.
Sure.
I haven't gone back and tried to fill in any complete series or anything like that. But I do like some of those exclusive ones, and I'll definitely be getting the Yoda, and I will definitely get that holiday special Boba Fett. I've got a standing order in with Kevin already for some of these. He's like, sure, just let me know what you want. So, yeah.
Fantastic. He's full on into this stuff. Very good.
Let's see, what else?
Skateboarding, I think.
Skateboards, yes. We've talked about this before, but Santa Cruz, sent out a press release regarding Series 2, which includes Luke, a Stormtrooper, C-3PO with R2-D2, and a Chewbacca board. I pulled back from getting that Stormtrooper one, and I'm glad I did. Actively going to hunt that one down because I received images of Series 3, which has a Yoda in it.
Okay.
So
let's go back and have a look at that. Where's the Yoda? Oh, I see. Very good. Very good.
Yeah. And it's the Empire Strikes Back Yoda. It's not a prequel Yoda, so I definitely will be getting that board.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's also this one site that I can't remember off the top of my head. They have the racks for sale.
Yeah.
Which, if you're a collector of the boards themselves, you could have them on display in a cool Star Wars theme.
That's wow. So how much are you talking for the full-size Yoda?
The Yoda skateboard itself is I think they're $80 for just the deck itself. Otherwise, you could get the blister carded collector versions for like $120.
Oh, okay.
And then
that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, and then there's the wooden inlay versions of the like the Boba Fett that you're showing now. Those are like $400.
Wow, I would pick the most expensive one to look at in the woods.
There's a Darth Vader one. That was the first one, and I believe I think I tweeted or I guessed via Twitter to Santa Cruz. They were asking what's the next one that you'd like to see, and I guessed Chewbacca would be a decent one, and I got a smile back as a tweet, so I think that's going to be the next wooden inlay board to come out.
Wow, that's quite a neat collection to have, but yet again, it's a lot of money, but they're nice. They're very nice indeed.
Yep. Let's see.
What's next?
Kind of a couple custom bits here. I shared the other day a custom version of the Hero Series X-Wing. Everyone knows what that is. The giant, 40-inch piece that's, shelf warming at most stores. Some talented person out there picked this up and gave it a full weathering treatment and modification, and it turned out really pretty good. It's in scale with. I'm surprised how close in scale it is to the 3 3/4 inch figure versus the 6-inch.
Yeah.
But this is technically a better representation of the vehicle as far as size goes.
Yeah, you're right. It looks beautiful there. You'd have to click through, I think, to the actually be on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook just now, so.
Yeah, there's some. If you go to our front page or take the link in the show notes, and if you have a Facebook account, you'll be able to see a nice gallery of images. So.
Let's see if I can quickly log in there. Let's have a little look. Oh, gooey. Where are we? Here we go. There we go. That's better. It's just the browser I was using. So that's wow.
So he
He's showing
disassembled
all
it.
the wow. Very nice indeed. He's literally started from scratch.
Hmm.
So look at that thing. That's amazing. That is beautiful. Lots of spraying going on outside as well. Jeez, that could be a master replicas piece.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I mean, granted, the wings don't open, so there's
Sure.
still that limitation, and the cockpit isn't functional. But it wouldn't. It would still look great on display.
Oh hell yeah.
So,
Absolutely. That's beautiful. Really nice job. I love what people can do with these
right,
up. Just shows you what Hasbro could have done,
right,
but
and
would
that's
cost a lot of
that's a
money.
good point. Is that the sculpt and the detail of the vehicle is there. It's
Hmm.
just that it's so plain. They
Well,
left it in plastic and rely on the stickers to
exactly. I
bring
think
out
as
the
you and I
detail.
said a few times and pretty much hit on the head, its paint is one of the biggest costs. It's not plastic, clearly, when they make huge big ships. So the argument about oil and the rising cost of oil has caused us to upcharge the figures. It's paint. It's the paint and the articulation that's definitely the key costs for Hasbro. So, which is understandable. But what a
Right.
beautiful ship! I'd buy that thing in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and this took hours of work it to make it look like this, and
But if you,
that's got to be worth something.
yeah, that really is in scale, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
pretty much on the
it's
money.
it would
Wow.
be great to see this taken a step farther and make the cockpit functional. And I'm not even too. I would buy this even in this form, um, even if the wings didn't open. Obviously they don't,
Hmm.
but that wouldn't be a huge detractor for me for this particular
Look,
piece.
I agree with you. I mean, I think if you put a 79.99 price tag on this thing, just as a giant lump of plastic, but painted really well, old school collectors like you and I and our kind of age groups, hell yes, this thing would fly off. It's nostalgic, and you're not. I mean, a lot of people can't afford the 300, 400 and up of say a master replicas, kind of like EFX collectibles kind of piece.
Right.
But wow, that's a stunner. That really just shows you what a bit of weathering can do.
Hmm.
Beautiful. I'm
And
over
also,
obsessing on this.
and if people are concerned that the wings don't open, I don't think the X-wing wings opened in The Empire Strikes Back at all.
There you
Even
go.
though Luke was flying it around all the time, so it could just be an Empire Strikes Back version. So
That's it. That's it.
let's see. Um, Another one I shared. This was a custom. At first glance, when I looked at it, I thought it was a custom um, Millennium Falcon cockpit for the 6-inch scale, and it's actually a custom cockpit for the 1/6 scale. So these are
Wow.
12-inch figures. There's a someone mocked up and completed a cockpit for the Falcon in
That's
in 1/6 scale.
that's insanely cool. Oh my god, look at this thing.
Yeah,
That's crazy. It's even got the lights inside and oh wow. That's nuts.
yeah,
But beautiful. I've never actually seen that Chewbacca before.
yeah. I That's what kind of took me off guard. It's like, oh, that looks just like Chewbacca from the Black Series line. I'm like,
Yeah.
then I was looking at the mouth. I'm like, that's not how the mouth looks. And then I looked at the description again. It's like, oh, it's 12-inch scale.
That's crazy. And the lights in there too.
Yep,
Wow.
it's a pretty impressive build.
That has got it's just massive that thing. It's got three 12-inch figures in it.
Just
But
the great photography too. I mean, it just
yeah,
looks
yeah.
the lighting really makes the whole thing.
I just want to see Punch It Chewy at that point. It's just like that's fantastic. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is just amazing.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
that might be Hasbro's 12-inch Chewbacca.
Could well
from
be,
years
yeah.
back.
I recognize that little socket there
Oh
on the
yeah,
back of some TVs, an RF input, I think. But wow,
he's got
beautiful. Lots and lots of photographs.
a little magnetic cover that seals up the.
The joins, is that?
Yeah,
What's it? Okay. Oh, clever. Okay. And I don't get this Pantoy China, but okay.
very cool.
Very cool. That's slick. Superb.
Let's see what else.
Excellent.
Just a quick bit here. StarWars.com revealed or announced that there's going to be Collegiate merchandise hitting various stores where it has, different colleges with Star Wars incorporated in it. I was kind of blown away by by it as far as, really, do we need this now? But
Well, funnily enough, I shared another little thing on Twitter today about Star Wars, and it was a Tusken Raider outfit for your dog, which followed up the AT-AT one from last week.
I saw that.
It's just, where do we go with this licensing? It's like, really? But the college T-shirts aren't too bad, but
Yeah, there's one that I saw. There was actually one of my local friends here shared a University of Minnesota shirt, and it's literally Darth Vader's head with like a M right under it. It's just so Bush League, it's just like slapped together. It doesn't even look. I don't know. You would think they could. I suppose they have to make them generic enough where they just are switching out logos and whatnot. But God, was it lame?
I've seen lamer, but
Bootleg type of.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy sometimes where they'll go with a license and yet they'd be very quick to draw the line at some people in quality. It's like, really, Lucasfilm, is that what you're doing, or Disney now? So hey ho, that's the way it goes. And these things will sell. So.
Oh yeah, they'll be gifts, or it's like the college gift shop kind of deal. They'll burn through those. Moving on to a couple high-end things here. Sideshow. We talked about it last week regarding the speeder bike and the Scout Trooper that was supposed to go on pre-order.
That's right. They changed the date.
Just past Thursday on the 11th, and they pushed it out a week. So it's actually going to be on pre-order the 18th, this coming Thursday.
Excellent.
So people can save a couple more pennies before that goes up.
I know. I think that's a larger photograph they changed it to. I might be mistaken, but
I don't remember.
Okay. Getting to see a little bit more detail there. Okay, good.
Let's see. Gentle Giant, they had shown off their final approved versions of both the Zeb and the Ezra with Chopper maquettes. The final pieces, these look pretty decent actually.
They do.
I like the Ezra and Chopper one.
I don't know whether it's the photography or not. He looks very, very dark of skin. Almost Indian, I would have said, but
yeah.
But it's a great looking pose, and the same for Zeb. He's just huge. He looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did a really good job of kind of bringing out the 3D quality of it.
Yeah, they did.
Cool
we're gonna get Rebels figures in some shape, size, or form, as well as that 5 POE for sure. So
these will probably be out before those.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of sad. Let's see. Gentle Giant also announced this week, a couple days ago, that they're getting ready to start the pre-order or processing the pre-orders for people that ordered the Jumbo Wampa.
Not a lot of people did, I think.
Yeah, I to be honest, I initially did.
Okay.
But I canceled it when I decided I wasn't going to go the whole jumbo route. I think other people have jumped on this bandwagon of getting off the bandwagon. I saw that Tamer from Imperial Shipyard says he is now out of this line.
Wow.
So, and he was collecting quite a few of them. I'm pretty sure he's still going to get that AT-AT driver, since that's
definitely
big thing for him. But yeah, I initially pre-ordered this, and if you pre-ordered it from Gentle Giant right at the beginning of the announcement, you got a free quote unquote uh, Hoth Luke.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't quite free, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, not for the $400 or whatever they were asking for it. So
It
yeah,
wasn't
I
free.
it would be great to have on display. I mean, a giant Wampa, that thing must be 18 inches tall. I don't remember what the actual specs were for it, but
Well,
can't do
it's
it.
big, and
Can't do it.
both big in price, and I know it's just it gets to point space. What do you do? We've talked about this ad infinitum, but yeah, you got to focus.
Yep. And then final, well, I guess not finally, but second to last year, uh, the holiday special Boba Fett maquette have been started to be released, and our friends at Yoda's News had posted a nice review on that on YouTube. And what I like about this, I mean, not only do I like the figure, but they took the time
Packaging.
to develop a
Oh,
really cool slipcase for the box itself.
it's beautiful.
If you want to, I don't know if
Yeah, we'll skip forward a little bit. There's some interiors of the back of the packaging and a little bit in the side and the front. I used to have some of these, and they were fantastic statues. So let's skip forward a little bit more. There we go, a bit of a close-up.
I think you have to share your screen.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Must have been watching this and then.
It's awesome.
Sorry, my bad, my bad. Where are we? Let's. Come on, Stephen, pay attention. There we go. Let me go back to the video itself and just to show the beginning. That box again,
Yeah.
which is really the highlight of that, I think, for me. And just on the outside, they rotate it in just a second. There's some how they managed to get such high-res looking quality artwork from that old dodgy video from years ago, but that's nice.
Yeah, the packaging itself makes me want to buy it, and
Yeah, me too, and I don't collect maquettes and statues,
yeah.
but a little still there, and yep, there's
Surprised
the
since it's Boba Fett that you wouldn't go for it.
I used to have statues, but I think, as we'd said before on the BCA podcast, I had to focus my collection. And it was just getting, I had busts, and I had this, and I had that, and I had bottle tops, and I had Tazos, and I thought, nope, enough. So you got to stick to some lines. So, but that is beautiful. Again, just like you said, just for the artwork on that packaging alone, I love it. I think it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Packaging is so important. It really is. That's a nice piece. I can see why people would collect that. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And then finally, for collecting news this week, Dorkside Toys had put up for pre-order the new Funko Fabrications Chewbacca, which is a pretty. I mean, I thought the Yoda one was great, but this one is almost as good.
I love these things. I just love his little face there. It's just a little angry kind of dog.
Yeah, he looks like a
Like a
little.
Scottish Terrier.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna say like a little Yorkie.
It's cool as. So there's more of these on the way, but this was the first one that Fabrications or Funko have revealed. So it's not going to stop at 13. There's a lot more coming for other franchises. But yeah, I just love that one. Thought we could share that.
Let's see.
Cool.
Moving on from collecting to TV, movie, book, and game news. I don't know if people have been avoiding it or trying to avoid it, but there's been a lot of images leaking out, kind of via drone. I would guess. I don't know how they're capturing these things,
Yeah,
but
drone, I think.
for
Yeah.
episode 7, we've been treated to images of aerial shots of the Falcon and a couple different X-wings, which I thought were kind of cool.
They were.
I don't know how spoilery we want to get here, but in case you don't want to hear, for the next minute or so, but starting now. There's a cool black, silver, and kind of reddish X-wing that's out there, which I thought was kind of unexpected, but cool still. And then we get a kind of a better look at the one that J.J. Abrams revealed in his video.
There we go. So that's under wraps, that blue and black. Obviously, that's not really it's tarp and something all over it. But where are we?
We get a look at the kind of the hangar bay.
Yeah. Very kind of. I was going to say the temples on Yavin, almost like that. There, it's. Very cool. But yeah, you can almost see the Rebel kind of logo there, the red strip with the red little pieces. But yeah, it's a black X-wing by the looks of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you really get to see the proportions of the vehicle as well from that
Yeah.
aerial shot. It looked basically like a tweaked X-wing when we were looking at the side profiles from before, but the aerial view of it gives it a whole different feel, different shape.
Yep.
While still being X-wing familiar.
And this blue one here, this blue-white color is that's really unusual.
That's the one we saw.
Was it the one we saw?
That's what it looks like from the top. So.
And other weird machinery and all sorts down there. Bizarre.
Yeah, there's like some vehicle troop transport type things that have shown up. I saw just in some troopers and.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting stuff that's leaked in the past couple days, and it's going to be like this from now until release.
Yeah, it's just
we're going to see
all the time.
So be sensitive to those things out there. Bit here, I noticed Steven Stanton, who was a voice on the Clone Wars. He was Tarkin. Took a picture next to like a pre-sale sign for Spark of Rebellion for the new Clone Wars DVD that's coming out. Originally, that was planned to come out on the 14th of October, but this sign says that it's coming out on the 3rd of October, which is the same day it airs on TV.
I could have sworn that said 18th underneath there, but you're obviously...
Yeah, if you look...
Oh, that's on Disney XD. Right. Okay.
So either this sign is wrong or Walmart has got a exclusive deal where they're releasing it before everyone else. But
could be. Could be.
So we'll see. And then one final thing here was that Ryan Spencer, who's been doing those great Mini Wars mock-ups, both just illustrations and 3D product renderings, has come up with some cool desktops for your laptop or tablet, whatever.
I just love we shared some of these before, but the fact he's made them available as desktops is just really, really nice. I love the Death Star droid. The shine on the eyes there is just beautiful as well. And the Sand Trooper and the Dewback. And 3PO and that Marvel Darth that we talked about before as well. So yeah, love his work. Very nice.
Let's see. What else? That brings us to the end, which has our new toy acquisitions and purchases this week.
You were busy.
I spent a lot, but like I said, I'm doing it to help some people and to also give away, so I feel pretty good about that. So I picked up, the first thing I got this week was from Dorkside Toys and my Yoda Fabrications figure.
He's so cute.
He's the best. I just love his little Stewie face.
I know.
And then I picked up a slug of the new Black Series 12-inch figure, or excuse me, 6-inch figures. There's my.
Yours still looks better in your design packaging, I have to say.
I know. I have. I'm gonna keep a boxed one to display alongside it.
Nice.
So someday I'll put those together on the shelf somewhere. What else did I get this week? I pulled the trigger on those Disney figure sets. I don't know. You've seen those, those little
the diorama kind of
figurine things that are non-articulated, but
mm-hmm.
I want to see what they're like in person, and get some nice photography out there
for
those. So still no sign of the Empire Strikes Back version. I'm not sure what the delay is with that. And then what else? I got. I know there's something else. I don't have it on my list, but. I got my new Wolfpack shirt. That was one of them.
So you did, which is a cool T-shirt.
Yep. Cool. I figure the guys over at the Wolfpack podcast would like that one. I'm sure they have half a dozen or so of them.
I'm sure they do. But what I got this week, it was the Chewie and the Darth, which are, I don't know if you had a chance to open them and play with them yet, what you think of them, but...
Not yet. I've been
opened them? Oh my god.
have to wait. I have to replace my camera because it's still acting up on me, and I have to get a new one. So
Well, I
I have to
opened
wait.
them and I had a play and I had a review, so I put some reviews up of the Darth and the Chewie. The Chewie, from my point of view, I think he's absolutely excellent. I'm really impressed with the sculpt and the design. Some people aren't so much. They don't like the face, aren't too. But personally, I really like it. Really, really like it. The Darth, the problem seems to be the eyes, which some people don't seem happy about. A little bit too large.
Hmm.
Frankly, apart from that, for a 6-inch figure with all the detail on it and a two-part removable helmet, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I was worried about the height of that before we talked about the fact that it looked a little small in the packaging,
Hmm.
but it's pretty on the money. I think I'm quite chuffed with it.
Good.
So
Yeah, I saw you've been posting quite a few reviews these past few
yeah,
days,
I'm
and
just we caught up in some Black Series as well. They also picked up the newer figures. You did the toy guide, and we talked about them before. The Skiff Guard.
hmm
The Darth Vader with a wobbly head, which my head's not so wobbly on mine, but I can absolutely see where you were coming from.
that's good.
It definitely is loose, but I think it's hit and miss kind of thing. And Reese, which I still need to review, but he's probably the most impressive so
Hmm.
far. Yeah, good figures.
Good.
Good figures. And
Let's
that was it.
see. Good deal. I think with that, that wraps up this week's show. Um, we'd like to thank the guys who have all watched and shared this show. And our last one, the last show we put out, episode 29, was almost our most successful one. I would say it reached,
Well,
it had a ton of viewers within the first couple days,
it did. It did.
more than a lot of the other videos had in total. So I think people were pretty into that one. So thank those people for watching, and your continued viewership is appreciated.
It is indeed. I found a couple of people on Instagram this week said, "Oh, I saw you on the Realm Recap. It's an awesome show." So, okay.
Good,
So people do watch this, which is good. So
good.
thank you.
So with that, we will probably, let's see, next week might be an off week, birthday weekend for me. I turned the big 4-0, so I don't think I'll be any condition to broadcast. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll be good.
Maybe the best show ever. You never
Maybe,
know.
maybe I'll do some sort of confessional or something. I don't know.
Sounds good.
So until the next time, thank everyone for watching. Have a good one, Steve.
You too. See you.